Now at 9, President Trump has signed another round of executive orders, this time targeting the Department of Education. See what he's preparing for the agency.
And prices may start hiking up. How Trump's tariffs on China imports might affect your own wallet.
Also, to the moon and stars, the Muncie Astronomy Club shares their passion for space and exploration.
Finally, sustainable fashion is active in the community. See what opportunities are available for repurposing and rebuilding your closet.
We're tracking chances of freezing rain tomorrow night. NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm Mira Bloomer.
And I'm Sophie Schick.
Breaking tonight, President Trump has told press that he wants the U.S. to take ownership of the Gaza Strip.
He announced it tonight in a joint press conference at the White House with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. According to the Associated Press, Trump says the U.S. would level destroyed buildings and, quote, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area, end quote. They say he suggests redeveloping it after the Palestinians have been resettled elsewhere. Trump's reasoning for the Gaza relocation concept is from the fragile state of Gaza from the temporary ceasefire and hostage agreement between Israel and Hamas last month.
President Donald Trump is preparing to eliminate the Department of Education. According to two sources, the Trump administration has started to draft an executive order that could eventually get rid of the DOE. But the department cannot be abolished with Congress approval. This isn't the first time the U.S. has tried to either abolish the department or merge it with another agency. But previous attempts have failed to get backing from Congress.
China is imposing tariffs on American imports following President Trump's own tariffs on Chinese imports. These Chinese tariffs are expected to take effect next week and focus largely on energy and vehicles. China says that the tariffs can reach as high as 15% on imports. As for American consumers, they can expect a hike in prices.
I think it's a lose-lose. It's just a question of how big the loss. It raises prices, raises inflation, and of course, we've been through a very wrenching period globally with high inflation. It's been a real problem.
Items that could see higher prices include electronics, jewelry, and sporting equipment.
So it was warm yesterday, now I'm hearing freezing rain tomorrow. I don't really know what to expect.
Honestly, I don't either. That groundhog, he gets me every single year. I never know what he's on about.
Oh, I know. So let's see what Evan has for us for weather.
Right, guys, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to warm up here anytime soon. Our current temperatures right now, it's 33 here in Muncie. It's actually a little bit warmer, 34 in Indianapolis. Though down south in Indiana, it is 34 in Terre Haute and even 42 down in Evansville right now. However, once we move up towards Lake Michigan, it's 23 degrees in Chicago and 25 in South Bend. What we can expect tonight, later on in my full forecast, freezing rain tomorrow evening, cooler temps continue, and cloudy conditions.
Muncie's very own astronomy club met this week and shared their love of space.
NewsLink Indiana's Braylon Judy discovers more.
As the starry night sky floods in, many Muncie residents gathered at Minnetrista Museum and Gardens to talk about the very thing above them, space. Yesterday, the Muncie Astronomy Club held their annual monthly meeting. Dr. Gautam Fukin, a retired neurosurgeon, serves as the club's president. For him, this is his passion. Dr. Fukin has always enjoyed traveling, but during COVID-19, when traveling was restricted, Gautam looked up.
I had an interest in the night sky, and typically I travel a lot, but during COVID I couldn't travel a lot, so I thought I'd travel into the skies and into the past. That's how I fell in love with it.
For many at the meeting, they shared the same beginnings, all in love with space for the endless exploration it offers. But in order to explore and see what the cosmos has to offer from down here, it starts with you. Astronomy has many different aspects you can explore. Chris O'Brien, the former president of the club, spoke on a whole new universe of hobbies in astronomy.
There's a lot of different aspects to astronomy. We do visual astronomy. You can do what we call armchair astronomy, where you read about astronomy, and now we do astrophotography. And by mixing it up, doing all these different things, it's a hobby that can keep you busy your whole lifetime.
Anybody can explore the stars and discover what space has in store for them. All you have to do
to uncover your curiosity about space and what the universe has to offer, visit Muncie Astronomy Club on Facebook.
Sustainable fashion is taking center stage in Muncie as locals gathered at Sustainable Steps for a clothing swap.
This event aimed to reduce fashion waste while giving old clothes a second life. NewsLink Indiana's Demar Robinson has more.
From trendy jackets to vintage finds, the Sustainable Steps clothing swap this past Saturday gave the Muncie community a chance to refresh their wardrobes without breaking the bank or harming the environment. This is Sustainable Steps owner Laura Mickler's first time hosting an event like this, and it will most definitely not be the last.
We're hoping to do it a few times a year, so this was the very first one, so didn't know what to expect, didn't know what people wanted from us, kind of a thing, so kind of taking feedback, but yeah, just hoping to get, clothes back in the mix instead of, having to buy, stuff all the time.
The swap allowed attendees to trade or sell pre-loved clothing for $5 or less, making sustainable fashion more affordable and practical. A sustainability major here at Ball State, Lark Valenti, expressed their appreciation for this event.
And so number one, it's environmentally conscious, but number two, we have this stuff, we don't need to be making our neighbors in need purchase them at full price when we have them and are willing to get rid of them.
Whether they came to declutter or discover hidden gems, attendees took a small but meaningful step towards a greener future, one outfit at a time. In Muncie, Demar Robinson, NewsLink, Indiana.
Sustainable Steps hosts similar eco-friendly events throughout the year, encouraging the community to rethink how they shop. For more info, visit Sustainable Steps Refillery on Instagram.
Up next, follow up with new updates on the aircraft collision in D.C.
And find out who's stirring up chili, sweet treats, and more in your community.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back. Workers have now recovered the remains of all 67 people killed in the mid-air collision between a regional American Airlines jet and a Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan National Airport last Wednesday. Authorities say medical examiners have positively confirmed the identities of all but one of the victims. DC's Unified Command says workers are now focused on removing the remaining wreckage from the Potomac River. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the U.S. Navy Supervisor of Salvage and Diving are working together on the removal operation.
The Haiti Library Foundation held their 11th annual chili cook-off.
NewsLink Indiana's Essence Eaton has the scoop.
Right here in Muncie, there was a chili cook-off. The chili cook-off consisted of different themed booths where the contestants each served their very own chili. Here is a contestant telling their story about why they do the chili contest every year.
So it's a fun night to do something for a good cause. I'm here with my 3 buddies from our church. We're called the Church Dads. This is our group, and we go on annual baseball trips together. And so we have a baseball-themed booth here.
Next is the owners of the event telling what inspired them to come up with this contest.
So the Haiti Library Foundation started in 2002, and it was kind of brought on by a couple trips I'd been to Haiti and wanting to try to find my place of where I was going to do more.
We've done it 11 times now, and it is just a great event here locally to bring people together. We get teams that support our cause, and they bring their friends and family in, and we just have a great time.
Some other events coming up are the Hillcroft Vendor Market, where there is crafts, food, and sweet treats. This is Essence Eaton with NewsLink Indiana.
For more information, follow the Haiti Library Foundation on Facebook.
And make sure to check out these colder temperatures still coming our way after the break.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron? Are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Welcome back. Again, our current temperatures right now, it is a little bit cooler here in East Central Indiana, 33 degrees here in Muncie right now, 34 down in the Indianapolis area. Again, it is quite a bit warmer down there, even in the Evansville area, 42 degrees down there in southern Indiana. But as we move up north, 23 degrees in Chicago right now and 25 in South Bend. Now with that cold front that did move in, we haven't seen any rain yet, but it did drastically drop the temperatures here. As we look at our 24-hour temp change, it's actually 23 degrees cooler here in Muncie than it was 24 hours ago. So we're seeing widespread effects all across Indiana. 20 degrees cooler in Indianapolis, 23 degrees cooler down there in Shelbyville, and even 25 degrees cooler down there in Bloomington. So even with those cooler temperatures, the most northern part of the United States will be experiencing some below average temperatures here this week. And even our part of the Midwest here, we are going to be experiencing some slightly below average temperatures with even above average temperatures down there in the southern part of the United States. Today's almanac now 36 degrees today for our high, about 7 degrees higher than our average high for this time of year, 29 degrees, but about half our record high of 61 degrees, set all the way back in 2020. However, tonight that cooler temperatures will remain though, 28 degrees for our low tonight, with those cloudy conditions coming in still throughout the night and winds blowing at about 10 miles per hour. So if you do go outside, make sure to bring a jacket or a coat. Tomorrow, though, those cooler temperatures will continue into the morning, 28 degrees as you start your walk to school or to work. Then it'll warm up slowly throughout the day, 33 degrees by noon and our high of 36, with that wind picking up back to about 10 miles per hour, blowing from the east throughout the day with those cloudy conditions still persisting. Like I said, those clouds will continue to move through our area here, and on Wednesday night, like I said, we will have a chance of freezing rain here in our area. That rain-snow mix coming through here about Wednesday night, about 10, 11 o'clock, and then even into Thursday morning. As we see those on our precision cast here, those clouds will continue to persist throughout the rest of the week, even into Friday, as this rain-snow mix develops down south, even comes up north here into our area again on Saturday afternoon and evening, and continuing into Sunday. With our 7-day forecast here, though, 44 degrees on Thursday, so warms up back up a little bit. But Friday, though, cools off a little bit with some chances of sun with those partly cloudy conditions. Though Saturday, again, with that 80% chance of precipitation in the morning through the afternoon. Sunday, though, cooling off a little bit again to 34 degrees. As we move into next work week, though, we see it drop into those mid to upper 30s with even a chance of snow on Tuesday with a 30% chance. So I absolutely loved this week. Starting out, I was just in my sweatshirt walking throughout campus. However, when I walked out today, I immediately regretted my decision to just go out in a flannel. So unfortunate. I don't know how it's affecting you guys right now.
Yeah, I've been keeping the winter coats out just in case. As you know, tomorrow, I mean, you never know what to expect.
Yeah, absolutely. I always fall victim of that full spring. I had those 2 good days, and that was it for me.
Oh, yeah, and it's very Indiana of us, right? It's
Absolutely.
very on par. Yeah, thank you so much, Evan. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Stephen Grotta has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Sophie and Mira. A freezing cold fundraiser comes to Ball State, and a Cardinal team prepares to soar into their season opener. All this and more next in sports.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed. But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures. Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Stephen Grotta with sports. Over the weekend, the Special Olympics held their annual polar plunge. NewsLink Indiana's Abby Urban dives behind the plunge.
Let me win. Do not win. Let me be brave and attentive. Let me be brave and attentive.
Be bold and get cold. A pledge athletes and participants live by as they take the polar plunge. Partnered with Law Enforcement Torch Run and Coca-Cola, Special Olympics has been holding this event for 26 years. and Muncie is no stranger.
So in Delaware County, we used to do it out for people that are local at the Water Bowl. I've been here when we've shoveled 15 inches of snow off the ground and cut a hole in the ice. And then we moved it to Ball State to get some more of the students involved, so it's been a great opportunity.
In order to plunge, participants must raise at least $99. The more money raised, the more prizes and awards that are able to be won. All funds raised during Polar Plunge events help secure that children and adults with intellectual disabilities can participate in the state's sports, health, education, and leadership programs. Opportunities for athletes, just like McKenna.
Special Olympics is important because other athletes gets to be able to be around other people, interact, and be able to interact with sports and do things that they might have never have the chance to while they were in school.
Even though bodies were cold, hearts were warm. In Muncie, Abby Urban, NewsLink, Indiana.
Taking things from the plunge to the mats, a lack of an organized wrestling team hasn't stopped some students from getting in their fair share of the sport. NewsLink Indiana's Camden Jackson visited one of their practices to learn more.
The Ball State Wrestling Club is a club on campus that aims to teach people about wrestling and how to have fun wrestling with a family-like community. Club president Cade Isles says that he joined the wrestling club 3.5 years ago. It was shut down during COVID year, and he wanted a community of people on campus to wrestle with, so he started the club back up.
The wrestling club got canceled when I was a freshman because of COVID, so it was shut down, and then the second semester of my sophomore year, I started it back.
Although they do not compete, they have a lot of fun just wrestling with each other. However, members do have the option to get their USA Wrestling card and compete independently.
Just do it for fun. It's more of getting conditioning and teaching people how to wrestle. We have a lot of new people that come in. There is the option of getting your USA Wrestling card, which allows you to go to individual tournaments. And we do promote that to our team. We have a couple of guys that do that.
There are some people in the club that have wrestled in high school and wanted to continue in college. Vince Surik sees this as an opportunity to continue doing what he loves and eventually wants to become a wrestling coach.
I did wrestling for over 7 years now. I've always enjoyed it, and that's just something I can continue to do. It also allowed me to coach in the future.
If you wrestled in high school or just want to learn to wrestle for fun, then the wrestling club is for you. They meet 7 to 9 in Rec Center Room 213 every Wednesday and Friday. In Muncie, Camden Jackson, NewsLink, Indiana.
Serving it over to the court, Ball State men's tennis took on the Dayton Flyers on Saturday. NewsLink Indiana's Josh Gabbard has more.
Ball State men's tennis played their home opener on Saturday against the Dayton Flyers. The Cards defended the nest after a competition full of tight matches, 5 points to 2. After the team win, the Cardinals shifted their focus to preparing both their minds and bodies for the upcoming 2-match weekend. Head coach Bill Richards stressed the importance of recovery to his team after the match.
Tennis, it can be very physical, long tough matches, long points, and it definitely, both from a cardio standpoint and a muscular standpoint. I mean, you got to try to manage your body just like any athlete does, for sure.
On top of recovery, the Cards were back on the court this Monday. Senior Nathaniel Webster shared the team's mentality for practices like this one.
We just focus one match at a time, so it's just every day is a new day, every day is a new practice, and just try to get 1% better every day.
After all the preparation, the Cards will protect the nest again on Friday against Eastern Illinois. The teams met last season, ending in a 7-0 sweep by the Cards. Ball State are the favorite again this Friday.
The team that's the favorite and the team that thinks they're the best doesn't always win. So
the team plays off of the crowd's energy for their matches and hope to have a large crowd on this Friday and Saturday. In Muncie, Josh Gabbard, NewsLink, Indiana.
A really exciting weekend here for Ball State sports. Men's basketball plays an inter-conference matchup between Southern Miss, Sunbelt versus MAC. It should be really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a good basketball game, especially in the indoors while this cold weather is going around.
Absolutely. Just anything in Worthen Arena is always awesome to see.
Yeah. For sure. Thank you so much, Steven. Coming up, we've got your campus coverage.
And one final look at your weather after the break.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Evan Schatz, and this is your campus coverage. This past Friday afternoon marked the semester's first international hangout of the Rinker Center for Global Affairs. Located in the UHAS Center at the LA Pinninger Center, the Ball State Global Affairs aims to connect the campus community to the rest of the world and create many global experiences. One way is to get students involved with many of the world's cultures in the form of engaging events. Graduate Assistant of Global Affairs and Graduate Assistant for Student Success, Martina Schiavo, says it is important to build many essential characteristics in an intertwined world.
It's so important to build global awareness, respect for other culture, understanding differences, and understanding how these differences bring us together rather than divide us.
For students who attended the event, they began with a presentation introducing them to the culture of the chosen country, Egypt. From there, they were treated to an offering of foods and drinks common in the country. While eating and drinking, they played a game of trivia of all the facts they learned from the presentation, winning a mystery prize at the end. Schiavo believes the best way to share different cultures is through the authentic experiences of the ones who introduced their home.
It's hard for one event to encompass all the characteristics, all the cultural aspects of a country. So I think the perspective is always comes to the authentic experience of the presenter.
Overall, the main purpose of each event is to give students an immersive learning experience of different global cultures. Schiavo and the Rinker Center are always open to help students in their walk as they explore the world. In Muncie, Evan Schatz, NewsLink, Indiana. The Global Affairs Next student event is a cultural exchange for the African country of the Ivory Coast. If you're interested, go to the Student Center tomorrow at noon.
Now let's see what our final weather has for us.
So again, guys, we are going to be looking at a little bit of a decrease tomorrow in temperature, 36 degrees with clouds tomorrow. On Thursday, though, it will warm up a little bit, 44 degrees, while Friday, again, it's cooling down. But that sun will maybe start to peek its head out a little bit at 35 with highs of 35. However, on Saturday, that sleet and snow mix will return with a 90% chance of precipitation. With highs of 46 degrees. and even into next work week, those temperatures will then start to fall back down again into those mid to high 30s. And again, even that chance of snow at 30% on Tuesday.
Thank you, Evan. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page and YouTube channel.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night and stay safe.